Pokemon! 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 Hello everyone, I'm Dustin Benzel and welcome to another Pokemon XY anime discussion. I decided that I was going to make this in my room just because I can, and I really don't want to go into the shed right now just to make a video. So anyway, yeah, sorry about the lighting. I don't have the lamp in here, so you have to settle with my crappy otherwise lighting. So we've got some information we need to discuss, some new titles and other information that might be interesting. So I'm going to hopefully make this as short as possible, but knowing me, it's probably going to be like 40 minutes long. So let me just get up some pictures here that we can talk about. First, let's talk a little bit about the Bumblebee episode. There we go. I found them. They were like hiding. Okay. Okay, the first picture is for the Clement and Bumblebee episode. In it, we have Clement and Bonnie falling to their deaths. So apparently this is the pitfall. So yeah, Clement and Bonnie, no more, I guess. Just kidding. The next one, of course, is the Eevee episode. We got a picture of Serena wearing a flower crown with Braixen and Bonnie right next to him. So don't worry, Bonnie survived the fall at least. Then for the Blastoise episode, of course, we've got Tierno and his Blastoise. That's right, Tierno does have a Blastoise. And the title for this particular episode is Tag Battle is a Friendship Battle. Eevee fights for the first time. Now, unlike the forums, I don't really want to get into this, but I will say that I find it ridiculous that Eevee is having a first battle for the first time in the episode right after it was caught. If you know some of what I've been saying in my other videos, you can probably guess why. But that's not the problem. The primary problem is that this is a Serena-focused episode, even though it has Tierno and Blastoise in it. That's the main problem. And the reason why is because Serena is getting 3 episodes in total that are right after each other. And like I said, as I've implied before, this is not really good for a certain particular Pokemon that will remain nameless for now. Just so I can not be all ranting about it every single episode. So in the next episode, I will come back and talk a little bit more about this, but I just want to get the titles out of the way. So then we get the next episode, which is Happy Dance Comes After a Quiz, Anastar Festival Showcase. And we got Chespin crying. We have Tierno, Clement, Ash, Pikachu, Pancham, Shauna, Bonnie, Braixen, and Serena, all in this particular image. Woo! Okay, so basically what happens is in the tag battle with Blastoise and Tierno, Shauna is also there, and I'm guessing that Shauna tells Serena that there is a Pokemon showcase. So yeah, that's something to look forward to, a Pokemon showcase. But the issue is I'm having a little trouble understanding why there are 3 Serena-focused episodes in a row. Eevee's capture, a battle with Eevee in the episode after it was captured, and then of course the Pokemon showcase. I was fine with Eevee being captured and a little focus of Eevee in the next episode a little bit, not necessarily first battle focused, but nothing Serena focused. And then the next episode being the showcase. I was fine with that, but 3 Serena-centric episodes just really isn't working for me. It's just doesn't make any sense based on how the writers and the executive producers have treated the rest of the cast in the meantime or whatever. So anyway, yeah, so a little bit of speculation for the 4 episodes. One of course is the Bumblebee episode with the pitfall and the memories and Bumblebee. I really am thinking that this is going to be a semi anti-evolution episode, as I've said, where Bumblebee will refuse to evolve in some fashion. And if the preview is in relation to the past, then I would assume that Bumblebee is attacked by Diggersby, and that's why it won't evolve because it was kicked out of the squad or something, or even maybe, yeah, Bumblebee was kicked out of the group's Pokemon because it refused to evolve. So something like that. Not maybe not necessarily an episode where Bumblebee has a chance to evolve but refuses to evolve, but just something that may have happened in the past. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is it has something to do with a train of memories or something and a pitfall and possibly Team Rocket. Then the next episode, Eevee. The only really speculation that I have for that one is just the usual atypical capture episode of Serena running into an Eevee when she's picking up flower crowns or whatever, picking up flowers to make for flower crowns and putting on her hat. And then they somehow run into an Eevee, potentially just Serena running into an Eevee. Eevee is like doing its own thing. Serena is surprised by this. Maybe Ash, Clement, and Bonnie are doing something else, or maybe Bonnie's with Serena. Then Team Rocket interfere, try to capture Eevee. Serena uses attacks, and well, before we get into that, Serena scares Eevee, and that's where it displays this shy personality and being afraid. But then Eevee warms up to Serena after, of course, Team Rocket capture it or get it, and then Serena manages to save it. And then I'm sure Eevee would like Serena, and then they'll be together and capture blah 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 blah. The the next one, the tag battle, is the friendship battle. Eevee fights for the first time. I think in this particular episode, it's going to be revolving around Serena and Eevee. Of course, focus on Serena, Eevee's shyness. They run into Tierno and Shauna, and then in order to help get Eevee all caught up, basically, someone will suggest a tag battle, and then Ash will get involved, possibly because why not? Blastoise and Tierno, right? So I really expect like Shauna and Tierno versus Ash and Serena. Tierno and Shauna versus Ash and Serena. I really hate that Serena and Shauna have two similar names. If I call Serena by Shauna at some point or vice versa, I definitely apologize. So I expect Tierno and Shauna to battle Serena and Ash. I really do expect Ash to use Pikachu, and because I don't think that Ash is going to be using Pikachu very often, and I feel like they really need to make it up somehow. I don't think Pikachu is going to be used against Olympia, so I feel like this is going to be the episode where Pikachu is going to be used in a battle just so it can get some focus and stuff and everything of that nature. Now, if that hypothetical Pokemon that I'm not going to talk about in general, I'll just make it vague, battles, the problem is there's just no way that it would make any sense, especially if it was like tag partnering with Eevee and Serena, or whether it was with Blastoise and Tierno, because it's a Pokemon that should have a lesser battle. So, I mean, I can understand that particular Pokemon fighting against Eevee, for example, but otherwise I just can't see it. So I just expect Pikachu. If Frogadier does hypothetically evolve in the gym battle, hypothetically, I guess it could get some focus here maybe because of Blastoise, but I'm not really sure, or does it really matter? So basically, that's all I think of that particular episode. Then in the fourth episode that we have information on is the Happy Dance Comes After Quiz and a Star Festival Showcase. I don't know what to think of this other than there's going to be some sort of quiz that's involved. I'm not really sure. It might be something about the Pokemon to make it fair for everyone because you should at least know your Pokemon very well. So I expect if it was like Serena and Eevee in this particular quiz, there'd be a judge asking questions about Eevee like, what do you do to take care of Eevee? Or what does Eevee like to eat? Or something of that nature. Or if she was using Braixen, what does Braixen do in this particular situation? Or whatnot, or it could just be like general questions like what is Braixen's typing, what moves can Braixen learn use or something of that. I think that would be an actual fair quiz because if it's some random quiz where it's basically what's the square root of 5,064,780 or something of that nature, I'm not really sure what that has to do with Pokemon showcases. So I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I think it's just going to be Pokemon related, and hopefully it'll be very specific Pokemon related. But outside of that, then I expect some kind of Pokemon performance dance theme or something of that nature. So like in the preview where we saw like Fire Blast, I believe, and Pancham's Dark Pulse colliding and creating something cool or something that we saw in the upcoming episodes preview, assuming of course it was for the next. Oh no, it had to be because Serena was wearing different clothes. So that particular shot I think is going to be the dance. I think they're just going to be dancing and stuff or whatever, and they're just going to fire attacks, and it's going to be a really go lucky dancing type performance or whatever for that particular performance theme and whatever. So that's what I expect for that particular episode. I'm not sure who's gonna win. Tierno being a dance, I almost feel like Tierno's gonna. Well, no, he can't. Never mind. I was like, well, because it's dance related, I think Tierno's gonna be in it. Oh wait, Pokemon showcases are for only girls. My bad. Sorry. So yeah, no, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking if it's not Serena or Shawnee. Hey, Shawnee, that's your new name. Deal with it. No, if it's not Serena or Shauna, I think it's either going to be like Ninny or Jessie, maybe. I feel like if Jessie is actually participating in this Pokemon Showcase, I feel like that she could possibly pull off a really happy dance sort of thing or whatever. But I'm not really sure. We'll talk about this in more detail later. Oh, by the way, yeah, I neglected to mention it because I didn't know until the last moment, like a few days ago, that there's a break this week. Yay, break. So we have to wait a week before Bonnie's Tyrant evolves. I mean, before Bonnie takes care of a Tyrant. But of course, I don't know when I'm going to upload this, so Thursday may have already. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was today. Well, I'm recording this on Thursday. Sorry. Yeah. So we still have like 6 days away before we run into Tyrant. So yeah. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I think that covers this particular episode. We have a few more things that we need to discuss. The one thing that I have majorly to note here is the Greninja calendar with Chespin, which might mean good news for my particular speculation, or maybe the calendar does not mean anything. But anyway, I'll hopefully get a picture and you'll see it, and it's got Greninja and it's got Chespin, it's got Luxray with like a rose in its mouth or something of that nature, some kind of flower. It also has Halucha in it and stuff. But the most important thing is it has Greninja on it as well as Chespin. Now this is for 2016, and I don't know what's happening in terms of the episodes, but the way that I see it, it's hold on. The way that I see it is that this is definitely potential conclusive proof that Frogadier is going to evolve into Greninja before Chespin evolves. So Chespin does not have to evolve first, just for Frogadier to evolve into Greninja, which means that the hope that Frogadier will evolve into Anastar Gym will still be there until it actually happens. until I go to Cerebi on that Thursday morning of the gym battle and see that there has been no team changes for Ash, I am still going to believe it. If there is a change in the character biographies, I'm not going to look because I might be surprised. Yeah, it's going to be Noibat that evolves, right? Yeah. So anyway, so there is potential that Frogadier could evolve into Greninja in the gym battle, and it's because Chespin is on the calendar. And while that doesn't mean anything, it could mean that Chespin is still not going to evolve quite yet. What this implies is that Greninja's voice actor slash actress, is going to be different than the person who also voices Wobbuffet and currently Frogadier, Yuji Ueda, or something of that nature. It means that Frogadier or Greninja might have a different voice change, and that's why it wasn't listed because the character voices somebody else, like maybe James, maybe Shinjiro Miki or whatever, who also voices Halucha, voices Greninja. I guess we'll all have to see, but the Koolodin is a few months away, like 5 or 6 months away, 4 months away, which would probably be around, let's see, September now, October, November, December, January. So we might get a Chespin evolution in like early January or February or something of that nature. Like late January, early February, somewhere around there, Chespin might actually evolve. If the Quilladin in the VA list is, of course, Chespin's, which would make some sense. After all, it wouldn't make any sense for Marin's VA to be listed because if Marin is going to show up in the main series with a Koaladin, for example, anytime soon, like this last few months of this year, then it's not going to make any sense because those episodes have probably already been voiced. So I don't really see it as a potential possibility that Quilladin's voice actor, actress, or whatever is still listed as Quilladin due to that autobiography, or that not that auto the not the autobiography, the autograph, whatever. I think it was for like charity or something of that nature. So I'm assuming that it wasn't listed. It wouldn't have been listed if it was Marin's Quilladin. I mean, sure, she could show up in like January or February or something, but I don't know. We'll have to see, of course. Also, there is one shot that heavily implies that Ash's Charizard is returning, and of course, it's called like Charizard's Dream, or rather, the Japanese version of Lizardon's Dream, or something like that, or something of that nature. I'll make a correction if need to in text, but I'll definitely show you a picture that actually seems to be relating to the X and Y series because first of all, we've never seen that particular image before with or not Chespin. Yeah, Chespin's flying. Yeah, woo! With the Charizard with the moon background. That's always been something associating more closely to Ash's Charizard, especially when we consider that in the Diamond and Pearl series, they did something very similar to Ash's Gliscor. So, although in this instance, I wouldn't really say it makes any sense for Charizard to be flying across the moon to visit Ash or whatever, I guess it's possibility that Ash recalls Charizard and uses it during an episode or whatever, and that night scene is probably a time where they're actually together or something. So I don't really expect any sort of like Articuno episode where it's like at the end of the episode or Gliscor episode. If it is Ash's Charizard, I'd be confused as to why this is happening at the end of the particular episode. But I guess we'll have to see. Outside of that, I don't think there's anything more else for me to discuss. I'm sure I missed a summary or two. I'm sorry, but that's just gonna have to wait for another episode because I don't remember reading one, and I really don't want to waste time looking at forums right now trying to figure out which one's which or whatever, which is new and stuff. So, but we'll talk about these particular episodes in the future. We still have yet to know what Sabley's episode is called, as well as Olympia's episode title, and we don't know what's going to happen after Olympia. So, hopefully, within the next uh, 11 days or so, we'll be able to get some new information on Elan appearing in the main anime with Ash, as well as information regarding Mega Evolution Act 4. Maybe we'll learn what this particular blobby creature that we've seen that seems to indicate a brand new Pokemon that we don't know anything about. Maybe we'll get information on that and everything of that nature. So I guess for now, I don't have anything else to say about the Pokemon anime right now up until next Thursday, which will be the Tyrant episode, and I'll probably do a mini review. I'll probably just take a few parts of the things that I liked in the episode and discuss it a little bit, but hopefully it won't be too long, and we'll discuss the next episode, which of course will be the Bumblebee episode, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Dustin Benzel, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.